Hello, guys. My name is Sebastian with Stratton Hospitality, one of the directors, and I'm here to tell you a little story we had in the beginning of this COVID season, and it's something very good to learn from. I hope it doesn't happen to you. We have our first guest squatter, let's say professional tenant, professional guest, however you want to put it. And it was messy, it was ugly. This is how it started. We got an inquiry, just like any other, from a guest who wanted to book the property. She went ahead and processed the payment, just like any other guest, through booking.com. Checks in, stays a few days, sends a message. Hey, I want to extend my reservation. And we say, okay, no problem. So we go ahead and we send her a payment request through another method. Direct booking. If you've been in the business long enough, you process these. Why? Because you remove the service fees. Payment processed. Okay, extension for 4 days. Another message 4 days after. Hey, I want to extend. Okay, nice. This is occupancy's low. The world is in chaos. We need guests. And we accept our extension. Another 4 days, right? Hey, everything is normal right now. It's just normal. Just like any other day, like any other extensions we've had. This is where it gets interesting. We get an email, about like 5 business days later, 1 week later, saying that the payments have been rejected, bounced, declined. What do? We go ahead and contact the guest like normal schedule. Yes, it's a red flag, but we don't panic because it could happen to anybody. Payments may decline. We contact her and she tells us, hey, I'm not paying. You have to process an eviction. Whoa. That is when the whole thing came crashing down. She's professional. We start seeing it. She cut all lines of communication. She doesn't answer our text, doesn't answer our calls. We can't negotiate. It's a bad situation. What do we do next? We decide to game plan of action, and we contact the partner owner, get them on board. This is what we're gonna do. This is what's happening. Let me remind you, this is COVID. This is when legal proceedings are not happening. Evictions are suspended. It could get ugly. We need the police to make it happen for us. We really need them on our side. So that's the plan of action. We go to the property with the landlord, with the owner. It's super hot outside, humid. Everyone has their masks on, and we're there. The police gets there. Okay, we explain the situation to them, everything that's going on. Hey, they're trespassing. They're not allowed to be here. Payment hasn't gone through. These are more than likely fraudulent cards. And the police hears us, listens to us, and says, hey, we can't do anything. We're here to preserve the peace. We cannot arrest nobody over this matter. You would have to take this to eviction. But guess what? The police is kind enough to go ahead and knock on the lady's door, on the woman's door. They open the door, they're there, and she tells the same thing to the officer. The same thing. You have to get me evicted. I have a month-to-month contract. This is the point that we realized, oh my God, this is a problem. This is a big problem. We've filed all the paperwork, evictions are going, and she says that there's a security deposit. There's no security deposit. This lady has been through this before. She's a professional tenant and guest, whatever you want to call it. And we're gonna get through this. This unfortunate chain of events happened, and we're gonna be better from it. We're gonna turn this negative into a positive. We have now a much strict screening process for every guest, and that's done through our channel manager. We have immediate payment authentication, and there's a rental agreement involved. We're gonna share this with you. This is gonna be another video of how to vet your guests way above the average, because let's be honest, the portals, they don't do enough. There's no vetting. Booking.com screening of guests is pretty much non-existent. So we've gotten much better off of this. There's no parties done on our properties anymore as a result of this, because we learned how to deal with it. We learned how to be better from it. This is how pretty much the stars aligned for this lady. This is what made it happen. This is what you guys can avoid and not let it happen to you. Not have a professional tenant squatter. Our payment processing took a week to verify the transaction. You could avoid this. Lowering prices to maybe too much, considering it was coronavirus, COVID-19. Many, the whole market reduced their prices by more than 50%. So low prices are gonna get you low quality guests. And evictions were suspended, legal proceedings were not happening, and the screening process wasn't there. Booking.com screening process is next to non-existent. So these are things that you could improve on. We're gonna have another video on how to vet and screen your guests in a much better way and avoid all these parties, avoid all these bad guests. So we'll have that for you very soon in the Stratton Hospitality library of videos. Thank you for tuning in.